Hey everyone, Jonathan here, and you're watching one of my how-to videos on Mac optimizing. Getting disk is almost full message? Today I'm going to be teaching you how to free up space on Mac. With the lockdown and everything, we started to consume more content and use our devices more. Not surprisingly, many of us face the problem of a full disk. Sadly, the limitless hard drives haven't been invented yet. If your hard drive reaches about 80% of its capacity, your Mac will get noticeably slower. According to Macworld magazine, nearly full hard drives performed 17% slower in the test. Luckily, there are some useful methods to recover disk space on Mac. I'll show you my favorite ones. But before we get started, make a time machine backup to ensure you can access anything on your Mac that you might need later. Watch my how-to video on the best backup solutions to find out how to do that. It's also good to check your storage details. Head over to the Apple menu in the Finder. Click About This Mac and choose the Storage tab. In this window, you'll see an overview of how your storage space is being used. How much space do you have available? Share in the comments below. Let's start by finding and deleting large files you no longer need. Here's how. Go to your desktop and press Command-F hotkeys. From there, choose This Mac. Then select Other in the drop-down menu. Under the Search Attributes menu, check the box next to the file size and file extension. Well done. Now you can type in different file extensions and sort the results by size. Start with the .dmg files or application installers. They are just dead weight and you can live without them. The same goes for zip archives. But there is also a faster automatic way to do that. CleanMyMac X can do the job with ease. It's a Mac cleaner and performance booster notarized by Apple. The great thing about CleanMyMac X is that you don't have to be a savvy macOS user to make the most of it. And you can try it for free. Find the download link in the description box below. To remove large files and folders that you haven't opened for a while, launch the app and go to the Large and Old Files tab. Choose the files you want to delete and hit Remove to root out these space eaters. Super simple. If you're running out of space, cleaning up the trash is also a smart thing to do. Still, people forget to do it all the time. We throw files down the trash and think they are over with, but that's just moving things from one pocket to another. To free up trash, open it, then click the Empty button. To confirm the action, press Empty Trash. If you don't want to empty the trash every time, there is a scheduled option. Your Mac will auto-delete trash every 30 days if you tell it to do so. Just go to the Finder in the upper menu. Click Preferences and choose Advanced. Check the box next to the Remove Items from Trash every 30 days. That's all. Since macOS Sierra, Apple introduced the storage management tools that come pre-installed on your Mac. Let's see how to manage storage with these built-in options. Click on the Apple logo and choose About This Mac. On the Storage tab, hit Manage. First, inspect the tabs on the left sidebar. Most likely, your largest files will be stored in Documents. Examine this category to find files you can scrap. Then go back to the recommendations in the top left corner. Here, Apple offers you 4 options to optimizing your storage. They may vary depending on your settings. At the top of this window, you might see Store in Cloud. This option helps you store everything in cloud and automatically makes your seldom used files available on demand when you need more space. Is iCloud paid? Yes, if your storage needs exceed 5 gigabytes. In 2012, it's laughably small. But when you need to clear disk space on Mac, every little bit helps. Now let's look at the Optimize Storage tool. It makes older email attachments and Apple films and TV shows that you've already watched available on demand. Just click Optimize and confirm. This may help you free up a couple of gigabytes. But to really declutter your Mac, get rid of your system junk. Outdated files, browser caches, app localizations, and old Time Machine backups are an excess burden on your device. Removing system junk manually might be a very time-consuming task, even for a power user. So if you want to free up space on a Mac quickly, run CleanMyMac X. It cleans up all discarded bits and pieces your system generates. If you don't have it yet, download CleanMyMac X using the link in the description box. Launch the app and click the System Junk tab. Then run the scan. Once done, review the files and press Clean to trash them for good. Well done. If you don't want to delete the files for some reason, archiving or compressing is a nice alternative. But note that not all file types compress similarly well. Compression can substantially reduce the size of your documents and presentations. However, movies are harder to shrink. So, how to free up disk space on Mac using compression? Luckily, you don't need a third-party solution to zip things up. Your Mac has a built-in tool. First, open Finder and go to your documents. Right-click on a folder or multiple folders at once, then choose Compress. Pay attention that macOS leaves the original file untouched. So once you have the archive, you can trash the original folder. Once done, you may transfer the newly created archive into an external drive. Great, you've just saved some space. Let's move forward and delete some old backups. Did you know that outdated iPhone and iPad backups can take up a lot of room? Here's how you can go about getting rid of old backups. iTunes, as we've known it, has split up into multiple apps in macOS Catalina. As a result, the iPhone and iPad backup capabilities have made their way to the Finder. By the way, what do you think of Apple's decision to shut down an iconic software like iTunes? Share your thoughts in the comments below. So, to delete an old backup through the Finder on Catalina, plug your device into the Mac first, open the Finder, then choose your iPhone or iPad in the sidebar. Next, click Manage Backups. Now, select the backup you wish to remove. Finally, click on the Delete Backup option at the bottom left corner and then confirm the action. When you need to clear space on Mac, extra localization files are another target. There are 180+ languages in the world, and most of your Mac's apps can operate in these languages, but you usually use just one or two. So, how to locate useless language files? Language files end with LProj extension, which stands for Language Project. Unfortunately, finding them manually is too tricky. Still, if you want to recover 1 GB of free space out of thin air, get CleanMyMac X to help you out. It deletes extra localizations automatically. Go to the System Junk tab and run Scan, the same as we did in Method 4. Once the scan is over, click Review Details. Here you'll find the language files. Hit Clean to eliminate them all at once. As easy as pie. Well, I've described the quickest ways to free up disk space on your Mac. Decluttering can add a fresh spark to your digital life, so try it today. Share in the comments how much space you have now. And don't forget to check out the description box for links and extra details. Subscribe and hit the notification bell to stay tuned. More videos with helpful tips are coming soon. See ya!